again. Now, this of course raises the question of Ferns, which was some sort of MacMurrough capital, as we all know, and we've talked a lot about it today, and in which MacMurrough was buried. Now, clearly, some sort of deal had to be struck between Strongbow and MacMurrough, and it seems extraordinary that MacMurrough, an ally and family, was prepared to cede Ferns to Strongbow. Now, I would argue that in a sense it was not negotiable, because Ferns was also the seat of the bishop. And you do not let bishops off the loose in the Middle Ages. And there was no way Norman Lord could have sort of allowed an episcopal see not just to be left in the hands of the Irish, however friendly they were for the moment, but also your vassals. You couldn't do that. Bishops were too important. So it also involved a deal with the bishop, which was with which Marshall had very bad relationships. And that raises a lot of waves throughout Norman history. Well, the first 100 years of the Anglo Norman settlement, a lot of outworking of bad blood between bishops and the great Norman lords, and it's over occupation of land, church land. And that's what was at stake here in Ferns. So there was some very complicated dealing going on behind the scenes. Let me see now where I am. I'm trying to keep. Now, the first document, and it's a very, very important one, that we have, if I can get this gadget to work. Do I? No, want to get it down? Oh, yeah, now put it down. That's right. Hi. What's going on here? Now, this is a very interesting document, and it tells us quite a lot about, I think, what Strongbow is up to. This is sometime between 1174, about 1175, just before his death, but just after he founded the Knights Hospitallers of Jerusalem in Dublin. And in this, Strongbow makes a grant to the poor of the hospital of Jerusalem and the brethren serving God there. He talks about the various things. But now the interesting thing, among the things he grants to the hospital, is one burgage in the town of Kilkenny. Now this is absolutely remarkable. It means that Strongbow founded Kilkenny as a town. And so he was already planning, before he died, an urban settlement, and of course a castle that would have gone along with it. So it was at an advanced state of planning. Now that's not the same thing as actual occupation, but you can see what is in his mind. He also grants, among other things, one burgage in the town of Kildare. We won't get into the business of monastic towns, but what of course Strongbow has in mind is a Norman town with a charter and burgages and all of that sort of stuff, dovetailed in with the needs of his manor as well. He has interest in, for us, one burgage in the town of Ferns, which includes 10 ploughlands between the town and, I quote, the great water on the south part of the town. Again, he's not only in Ferns, but he's already laid plans for a town here. It's been divided up into burgages. We know there were 160 of them. And he would certainly have begun fortifying it and laying out his manor. So no question about the nature of Strongbow's presence in Ferns. And how that was negotiated is probably only known to God himself. But it certainly took an awful lot of late night talking, I would have thought. And he has one burgage also in the town of Wicklow, which was his port, before Wexford was restored to him in 1173. Now, you notice immediately that Strongbow has he collects bishoprics. And so three of his great centres are Kildare, Kilkenny, and Ferns, all located at episcopal centres. Missing is Lochlan and Carlow, because Carlow hadn't been invented at this stage. And we might get back to talking about Carlow, and with it, I think, the question of Lochlan. So we see here then that this is roughly the shape of, I should say that not only had Strongbow to contend with conquering the place, dealing with the MacMurroughs, coming to some sort of friendly arrangement with them, and making sure it would stick. I'm sure that's another reason why Ferns was not negotiable. He had to have the front line in case the MacMurroughs changed their minds. Apart from bishops changing their minds, which I assure you they do all the time, from personal experience. And so that's why I think Ferns was a key factor in this whole negotiation. Now, we've got to remember that when Henry arrived, the first thing Henry did was he stripped the Lordship of Leinster of its main assets. He stripped them to Waterford away. It wasn't technically Leinster, but Strongbow had taken it, and Dublin, and also Wexford on kind of permanent loan. Eventually, Henry did restore it. So the jewels in the crown were confiscated by Henry, who's a much greater threat to Strongbow than the MacMurroughs or any of the MacGillan-Patricks or any of the people that he had to subdue. So I wonder if actually that meant that Strongbow had to think more seriously about organising the interior.